Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brandon, a neuroscience and immunology student at the University of Toronto, and we're just going to be finishing up with my first year at U of T recap with part 3. And so if you guys haven't already, check out part 1 and 2 right up there. And in part 3 we're going to be covering extracurriculars, interacting with professors and TAs, getting opportunities, my GPA after my first year at U of T, and finally just a final first year conclusion just to wrap everything up. Extracurriculars within my first year, I found that there were a lot of different opportunities to get into. I was a general member of a lot of different clubs. I was part of HOSA, I joined the band. I also worked part-time throughout the entire year. And basically in first year I really decided to focus on the transition from high school into university and chose to dedicate my time towards studying. As you guys know, there's a certain GPA requirement that you have to meet to get into your program. And so I was just really focused on doing well and finding good habits that work within my first year that I can carry on to my second and third and fourth year. And so that being said, I didn't really engross myself in a lot of different extracurriculars, but U of T does offer a lot of extracurriculars. Something that I did do a lot of though throughout my first year was interact with professors and TAs. So there's a lot of benefits from interacting with your academic counterparts, and primarily that is getting opportunities. As you know, professors and TAs are often the bridge and the gateway to getting research positions, internships, things of that nature. Furthermore, they also provide you with excellent academic resources such as reference letters, which are very useful in terms of either applying for other positions outside of your school or possibly even grad school. Finally, interacting with professors and TAs doesn't mean you're interacting with them. It means that you're also seeing, you're creating a potential connection that can allow you to expand your network to other professors, other faculty members, or even other positions outside of your university. As a first year student, it's often very easy to feel inferior compared to your professors and TAs. However, don't be scared to ask them and to just interact with them. I'm going to be making a full in-depth video about that, but basically just a couple suggestions to you is to go to professors' office hours, talk to your TAs during labs, and basically just ask questions that genuinely interest you. That could be either about the course material, or it could be talking about the professors' or TAs' interests and their current research. Interacting with your academic figures often leads to opportunities. And opportunities that I had throughout my first year was very diverse, and I was really surprised actually to see the wide range of different opportunities that were offered to first year students. I was able to get into a research scholarship, which is, I'm so thankful for that. I'm also able to interact with professors, sometimes even having a dinner with them. I was invited to different talks by different professors, different talks by different people, surgeons, scientists, all these different things. I was also able to make some money even by participating in some research studies. And this is all very cool because this is what you get when you're part of this U of T community. And how can you get this exact same thing? How can you get these opportunities? Well, like I mentioned before, going to professors' office hours is probably your best bet. Doing so allows you to create that connection with them, and that often leads to, you getting opportunities. Secondly, just to talk to everyone you know. TAs, your friends, even professors, other people you just see walking around, or even on LinkedIn, like anything at all. Honestly, you should just talk to them and hopefully they'll be able to say something and get a conversation going about what their opportunity is like, and that might guide you in the correct direction to find a similar option just for you. Finally, it would just be checking emails, social media. Usually they're going to post a lot of things on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, but also at U of T specifically, we have the Career and Co-Curricular Learning Network. And so that's something that often gets updated regularly, and that's really where you're going to find all the opportunities, scholarships, all these different things that you can get involved in. Now my GPA. I think everyone wants to know my GPA even before they know, like, what's your experience at U of T? Like, before they even ask that question, everyone's more interested in knowing how I did at U of T. And so I think I'm just gonna share my GPA, not for like any reason at all, but mostly just to let you guys know that I'm a student in high school who did not get like 90s, 95s in like the sciences and in STEM basically. I was 80 to 80s, 85s to 90s to 80 to 90 student, and I was able to do well in university. I tried a lot of different study techniques, different study methods, that I'm hoping to share with you in the coming videos or so, just so that you can see like what different strategies are there and which one is the best. And so I'm not a 4.0 student. I'm not exactly you're at like the smartest person in the world, but I do know that I work pretty hard. I've earned my marks, and I'm pretty happy with them. And so in my first semester, this was a little heartbreaking, but first semester GPA is over there. Second semester is over there. So in second semester, as you can see, all my classes almost were all the same, and everything improved from first to second semester. And that's just because I changed my study habits a little bit. More on that in a future video, but that's my GPA. I currently sit at a 3.77 for my all of UofT, just because of a couple of courses, particularly chemistry. But you know, what can you do? I think it's important that a lot of people don't get too hard on themselves regarding their GPA. You know, honestly, it's not about the marks, it's about your experience. And really, if you're planning to go to grad schools or continuing education, all these different things that you experience in your life are really what's going to define you and make you the ideal candidate for whatever position you're applying for, not your grades. Before I finish up with my first year conclusions, I just want to summarize everything that we've talked about so far. Of course, extracurriculars, get involved, because that makes you not only a great student but also a great person in general. That's really what's going to define your university experience. Interacting with TAs and professors, there's lots of benefits to that, and talk to them through going to office hours, asking questions, being a good student, and basically not being shy to reach out. This often leads to a lot of opportunities which can be found through interactions as well as different platforms such as social media, and specifically CLNX. So if you have any more questions about those, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And yeah, let's go on to my conclusion. So my first year at UofT has officially ended, and I had an amazing time throughout this year. It was great meeting a lot of very inspiring and, you know, amazing people that motivate me to become better, not only as a student but also as a person every single day. I think what I would tell myself as an incoming freshman would just be not to be so hard on myself and not to demand perfection. Allow myself to make mistakes. I think doing so allows you to bounce back from like things you aren't expecting, deviations within your path to success and your goals, but also just allows yourself to grow as a person and as a student. I think that's the most important thing in university. It's not about your marks, it's not about where you're going to go after your 4 years or 5 years or whatever it may be. It's really about your growth as a person and as an individual. Right, so that's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed the past 3 videos recapping my first year at the University of Toronto. If any of my tips and suggestions have helped you out, let me know in the comments below, along with any other questions or comments that you may have. Again, if you haven't done so already, check out my UofT playlist right up there and consider subscribing to the channel. I hope everyone in your family continues to stay healthy and well, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Goodbye.